fighting games become popular for their fluid controls, wonderful graphics, high skill levels, and flashy presentations. But what if I told you there was a fighting game that became popular for something totally different? Something that can draw people from all types, something that separates it from everything else. Today, I'm going to be giving you a light review of Soul Calibur 6 and explain why it's the ultimate character creator. Personally, one of my favorite fighting games, Soul Calibur 6 is the 7th installment in the Soul Calibur series of weapon-focused 3D fighting games that started in 1995 with an arcade game called Soul Edge. It plays well and has plenty of characters to choose from, each with their own weapon style and moveset to learn. It's a fun game for both casual players and veteran players alike, and the control schemes are familiar to those with experience in fighting games, but also very easy for new players to grasp and understand. One disclaimer for all you wonderful souls who enjoy the online multiplayer in fighting games: this game does not have rollback netcode, so online performance is playable, but not the smoothest at times. For people who don't know what that is, it's not going to affect you. I personally find it to be a pretty well-balanced game, though I'm not a professional gamer and I'm just your average casual player. However, as great as the gameplay is, the one thing that got me to sink so many hours into this game and continues bringing me back is the amazing character creation. When I say that 80 to 90% of my time spent playing this game was in the character creation mode, I'm not joking in the slightest. There were multiple times where my friends and I would hop in a voice call and just spend hours talking while we made custom characters. The character creator is very extensive and allows for you to make alternate versions of the main characters or make new characters completely from scratch. You have so many options to choose from when making a character, and this is seen from just the race selection alone. After you choose a race, you move on to adjust every aspect of your character's physical traits. Albeit it's no Elden Ring, but it gets the job done. Once you're satisfied with your character's physical appearance,
hey, that's my physical appearance,
you get to move on to my favorite part, which is clothing. Everything from headgear to even undergarments is a customizable option in this game, with many options to choose for each. Every item can have its color customized, along with the ability to add patterns and stickers to them as well. In addition to this, you get 3 accessory slots to place accessories anywhere on your character, and you can customize these accessories even further by adjusting their color, pattern, stickers, but also height, width, length, angle, and position, which all leads either to some very unique and cool additions to a character, or some more questionable ones. With all these tools, you are able to make incredible looking characters if you get creative enough. However, these tools, if put in the wrong hands, could lead to some very dangerous creations, like Vacation Santa Claus, complete with a tramp stamp. The possibilities are truly endless. Another super cool aspect of the character creator mode for Soul Calibur 6 is if you're not the most creative individual but still want super cool and unique characters, look no further than the character servers, where people can upload their custom characters to the in-game server, where you can then download and use them yourself. Though keep in mind that some characters may be locked from being downloaded until you unlock or purchase the required cosmetic items. The character creation is just such a cool feature, and is almost a whole other game if you enjoy designing characters. So to wrap this all up, I thought it would be a fun idea to show off some of my favorite creations and the stories they hold. Lauria, a beautiful elf like femme fatale who is the member of an elite female assassins guild that leaves roses as the calling card. She's also my very first creation. HAMU-Gen01 G, or better understood as Humanoid Android Mecha Unit Generation 1 Green variant, was my first somewhat successful attempt at making a mecha-type character. Trilian, an outcast acrobatic street performer who fled from a traveling circus where she was indebted to perform for. She now roams city to city and town to town using what talent she has to get by. This includes a unique form of martial arts she developed to utilize her acrobatic talents. She was also the first character I started experimenting with patterns and stickers with.
Space Marine, for the Emperor, purge the heretics.
I don't know what else to say. I just experimented with all the armor and accessory pieces to get as close as I could to a Space Marine, and looks pretty darn close to a Red Templar if I do say so myself. Disco Bot. He's just a fun character that I had to trash on my friends with. He's become a cult classic when we play, and he just had to be included. Nyla. She explores the regions looking for the perfect materials to perform her craft of smithing with. Once she returns from her excursions to the Badlands, she fires up her furnace and gets back to what makes her feel at home with. She was the first character I made multiple variant of both weapon, color, and even style of, as if she was a main character. Temple Guard. No one sees under a Temple Guardsman's helmet, and no one dares tries. Their esteem chosen amongst the kingdom's ranks for their skills in combat to guard the Great Temple, nearly treated as royalty themselves. They are decorated in ornate armor and don the unique helmet of the temple, that are made to look like the great temple doors to signify their unwavering determination. Jack the Ripper, Jack-o'-lantern. No one knows much of this elegantly dressed character, other than the chains of the damned wrapped around him, pulling him back from the depths from which his soul came, and the grimoire he holds of names of whom he will one day claim. Blood, a happy-go-lucky fellow who travels with his trusty umbrella. Even in times of strife, he can always be seen in a cheerful mood. During his travels, he became wise and knowledgeable of the lands, and so when he met Kira, the princess of the region, he was hired as the royal navigator and cartographer for the kingdom, and was assigned as Kira's personal escort whenever she traveled. Kira, princess of the kingdom, she is exploring and learning of the regions she will one day help to rule. Proper and well-mannered, she carries herself as royalty should. But unlike her own mother, she decides to maintain an openness with their people, and would often maintain a presence in local events. This does not mean she is vulnerable, however, as she is trained often by none other than the temple guards themselves. Last but not least, HAMU-Gen01 Hoshib, or Artillery Mecha Unit, Hoshiba, is my second attempt at a mecha-style character, drawing inspiration from Gundam and Power Rangers of all things, and I think it came out pretty good. These are far from all the characters I've made in this game. I've made so many more, but these are some of my most notable and some of the most fun that I've had creating, and I hope that they give you an idea of what can be accomplished with the character creator. Oh, I almost forgot Skeletor. All in all, Soul Calibur 6 is a fantastic game. It's a great game to pick up and play a few matches against the AI to kill some time, or to throw some virtual hands with your friends either through local or online multiplayer. But it's also a great example of how a game can be enjoyed multiple ways. The character creator truly is one of the best out there, and it's why I play the game. I'm even willing to play online against way better players just to show off what I made, but there's people out there that couldn't care less about the character creation and purely enjoy the gameplay, and that's perfectly okay. At the end of the day, all that matters is that you found what you enjoy about the game, as long as it doesn't negatively affect others like trolling. And if you can't find something in a game enjoyable enough to keep playing, despite giving it your best attempt, that's okay too. It may just not be a game for you. No one game will be enjoyable to everyone. That's why there's so many games available and more being made every day, because everyone likes something different, and that's okay.